Welcome back, everybody. This is Mike with the Pulse Endeavor Cinema Group. Again, we're live at the Wildcatter Exchange here in downtown Fort Worth. Another special guest. I really admire your work. I have Danny Garrett here. Danny, tell us about your artwork and kind of where it's evolved from the very beginning. If you can, really quickly tell the folks what it is that you do. I mean, I'm in awe of your work. I really am speechless, which is rare. But tell us how you got involved and where it's taken you and some of the things that really matter of why you're here today.
Okay. Well, I'm here today because of my book, Weird Yet Strange Notes from a Austin Music Artist, and that pretty much says what it's about. It's my music art, which is mostly posters, and I was approached by TCU Press in 2007 to do this, and 6 years later, it got done. And anyway, the book was published last year in 2015, and it just won an award from the Texas State Historical Association.
Wow.
The Ron Tyler Award for the best illustrated book on Texas.
Congratulations, that's impressive. Folks, if you're not sure what we're talking about here, when you go to a rock show at a club and you see those really cool posters on the wall, this guy was making those posters before most of us were born. I don't want to age you, but one of the pioneers in the industry of rock and roll posters, and you've done posters for Stevie Ray Vaughan, some of the other people.
Willie Nelson, Eric Clapton,
wow.
Warren Zevon, Muddy Waters, John Lee Hooker, Albert Collins, Albert King.
Wow.
Bonnie Raitt. Ray Charles.
So who was the most memorable rock and roll star that you ever met or worked with in that respect?
Well, I'd have to say the two from my hometown, Willie Nelson and Stevie Ray Vaughan.
So what's
for
Willie?
Different reasons.
What's Willie like?
Willie is just about the nicest guy you'd ever want to meet.
Really?
I mean, all my experiences and interactions with him have been that way. And same with Stevie. Two different types of personality. Willie is very much the quintessential Texan.
Sure.
So is Stevie, but in a different way.
Sure. Both gentlemen, but in their own way. Right. So tell me about Stevie. I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. Have loved him since I was a kid. Tell me what he was like. I think he was kind of a quiet. Was he quiet?
He's a very quiet guy. He came to town around 1974. And followed his brother and all of his friends down I-35 from Dallas to
he lived
Austin.
in his brother's shadow there for quite a while, didn't he?
He did, and I think he kind of came into his own a bit.
Sure.
He got a little confident when he was left here in town and started his own band here, and then he went down to Austin and actually played bass in Jimmy's band for a while.
Wow.
Texas Storm. And then he got to where he was, starting to, carve out a career of his own.
Right.
And he had a band in Austin called the Nighthawks. And then shortly after that, he joined the Super Blues band group there, Paul Ray and the Cobras.
Wow. Now, about what age was Stevie when he really started to hit his stride, where people were recognizing his greatness? I know he was really young. Now, about what age do you think he was when he really started coming to his own?
Well, when he came to town, he was about 17. Now, and that was in the, like I said, 74. By the end of the decade, I guess he was right around 25, 26, and he was starting to get known. And he had his first band called Triple Threat Review.
Right.
Where he was with Luann Barton.
Okay.
That was his first band, and Luann dropped out, and they didn't have a vocalist.
Wow.
And so Stevie decided to sing. And once you heard that voice,
Yes.
you can't imagine anybody else having it but Stevie Ray
The
Vaughan.
world is a better place because that happened.
Yeah, so
Really just an amazing thing.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you taking the time with us. Tell us about you have social media working, so some people find your work. You have a website,
I do.
places people can go to find your work.
Yeah, I do have a website, DannyGarrett.com, and you can buy replica posters online. And for those serious collectors, you can get original edition posters.
Wow.
But DannyGarrett.com, and of course I'm on Facebook and everything else. So.
Thank you so much, folks. Check it out, DannyGarrett.com. He's got some really cool work. You got to check this out. Again, this is Mike with The Pulse. We'll be back with more people. Just stay tuned. We'll be right back.